Good morning, class 5. How are you all doing? I hope you all are doing good, full of energy, and you all are taking care of yourselves and of your parents and your family. It's very good. So, we hope to meet soon. Let's see when the school opens. But till then, you will be only seeing me, I cannot see you. That's the main issue. So, today we are going to start another chapter from the English folder, literature reader. So that will be on page. We have done Moina. Today I'll discuss more questions with Moina, the YY girl. Then we had Sing a Song of People. Then we are going to come to Tea with Miss Honey. Okay. Tea with Miss Honey is another story written by Roald Dahl, okay, 1916 to 1990. Often referred to as one of the greatest children's storytellers of the 20th century, was a British novelist, short story writer, poet, screenwriter, and a fighter pilot also. His short stories are known for their unexpected endings and fascinating characters. Unexpected endings. Suddenly it will finish. We won't understand. So it's from Matilda by Ronald Dahl. So this is about a small girl named Matilda. Okay, so let's see what happens in the story. Let's go through this. First, I want to just say Matilda is a very clever girl. His teacher is Miss Honey. Matilda is visiting Miss Honey's home for the first time and discovers that there is something very strange about the teacher. Now, before I start reading or explain about this story, while we read, we'll get the explanation. Is that how would you expect a person's house to be? Like here it is said in the book, also it says, what kind of house do you expect Sachin Tendulkar to live in? A big house or a small house? Describe what you think it may be like. Or what about a street sweeper? Would he live in a big house? Why and why not? Share your ideas with the class. So let's keep it till the book only. Let's talk. Let me see what I'll be able to say and help. It's that the people who we meet in life, or rather, if you see me, you're talking to me in class, and Ronan sir is there. But as long as you don't know Ronan sir, you know him as a teacher. I call myself a sharer. So let's keep it till there. So Ronan sir is a teacher, and basically, what do you know that a teacher should have other than teaching? What type of person he is? Is he from a rich family or a poor family? It may be that I am from a very poor family, but at the same time I am teaching here and living on myself. Not in a very good house, but suppose if I am rich, or if my family is well to do. My family is well to do very much. We have our own school in Durgapur, West Bengal, ICSC board. But I am teaching here. So that me teaching and you seeing me every day on a daily basis does not give you the information what I am. Correct? But you assume that a teacher's house will not be like a palace or something. But Sachin Tendulkar living in a small house, it's not digestible because he's a very renowned person. And a street sweeper will not live in a big house. His job is to sweep the streets and he's very poor. That's why he's sweeping. It depends upon what type of work we do, what type of source of income it is. So on that basis we try to assume that this person should live according to this way, his house should be according to this. We make out points. So Matilda here is a very clever girl. Try to understand. The writer is, and we must know that the writer, as it's already said, he is a very, he was a fighter pilot, and he was a, what do you say, as it says here, he was a children's storyteller, short story writer, poet, screenwriter, and also a fighter pilot. His short stories are known for unexpected endings and fascinating characters. In characters you get fascinated by, you get very interested. Either you get influenced, or you get inspired, or you want to know more. It's very kind of that enthusiasm is there, or the excitement is there. So now Matilda is going to her teacher's house for the first time. She doesn't know anything about the teacher, but when she goes to the house, she sees quite a lot of strange things which does not have logic with her in her mind. So let's start. "Come along, my dear," Miss Honey called back, and Matilda followed her up the path. The front door was covered with a flaky green paint, and there was no keyhole. Keyhole is a part where you put the keys inside and open the door lock, if there is no hanging lock. The front door was covered with a flaky green paint, and there was no keyhole. Miss Honey simply lifted the latch and pushed the door and went in. Although she was not a tall woman, she had to stoop low to get through the doorway. Matilda went after her and found herself in what seemed to be a dark, narrow tunnel. Now, a flaky green means the green was not up to the mark, or flakes were coming off, Paint comes up from a door, or some, it's been painted from a long time ago and it's not properly painted, and it's become old, flakes come out of flaky green. Some parts is brown in color and some parts it's green, paint. So it's not properly painted and there's no lock. She opens the latch which we have on doors. You shake it like that, remove it and pull it out. She just opened the latch and she walked inside. She was not tall, but that too she had to stoop. So imagine that house door was also very small. She walked inside, but when Matilda was also following her and walking inside, she thought, I'm walking through a narrow tunnel. Means there are no lights also. Walls on both sides. You can come through to the kitchen and help me make the tea, Miss Honey said, and she led the way along the tunnel into the kitchen. That is, if you could call it a kitchen. It was not much bigger than a good-sized clothes cupboard. And there was one small window in the back wall with a sink under the window. There were no taps over the sink. Against another wall there was a shelf, presumably for preparing food, and there was a single cupboard above the shelf. On the shelf itself there stood a Primus stove, a saucepan, and a half full bottle of milk. The Primus is a little camping stove that you fill it with paraffin. You can get some water while I get the Primus, Miss Honey said. The well is out at the back. Take the bucket. Here it is. You will find a rope in the well. Just hook the bucket on the end of the rope and lower it down, but don't fall in yourself. So can you imagine this situation, or this part where they are? She goes into the house, it's looking like a dark tunnel, and she's walking through. She's still surprised, teacher is living like this. Then the teacher said, you come through this way only, we'll go to the kitchen and you can help us make some tea, because tea with Miss Honey, that's the story all about. So she walks in, she said, kitchen, not even a size of a kitchen. It's the size of a big cupboard. It's a very small kitchen with only one shelf which we have for cooking there, and there's another wooden shelf which has got another one shelf, you know. So it says here it's not bigger than a good size clothes cupboard, and there was one small window at the back of the wall, and underneath one sink with no taps. Means water supply was not there. Okay. Against the wall there was another shelf, presumably for preparing food, and there was a single cupboard above the shelf. Now a single cupboard above the shelf is a very small type of cupboard, and on top of that the gas was there. The primus is called the gas, which they call camping stove, which we can carry around also. It's either a pumping one, or you can just light it with on, and you know those strings come up and you can light it and the fire burns on the stove. And on the shelf was only a single saucepan and a half full bottle of milk. What is a half full? Half full means a bottle cannot be empty or half, it has to be half full. So it was half a full bottle of milk there. And a primus is a little camping stove that you will fill with paraffin. We fill it, paraffin is another source of what do you say, burning oil fuel type of thing, but we use kerosene here in India. It's kind of a paraffin, and you light it at the top, and then you pump it to get pressure on the flame. We have these pumping stoves here in the store. You'll see, you'll go to the market, you'll see people making burgers or chow mein. They have that pumping stove, they keep on pumping and the flame comes up. Okay, that's the one. So then she said there was no water also, no taps, and also she said, can you get some water? I will light the stove and you get some water, the primus. There's a bucket, take this bucket, and there's a rope on the well. Hook the rope to the bucket. We know how to take out water from the well. So she told her, and she said that make sure that you don't fall into the well while bringing the water. Okay, I'll come back in the next video.